All right. Welcome back to another episode of our movie review series, episode 536. Now, last week I said, what's a movie review series without a Tarantino movie to cover? Here we are, man. Pulp Fiction, 1994. Starring a lot of people, man. A huge all-star cast, yeah. Sam Jackson, John Travolta, Tim Roth, Uma Thurman, Bruce Willis, Harvey Keitel. A lot of people in this movie. Yeah, I tell you, man. Yeah, this movie. You know, this movie in like three interlocking stories, but seven in total, all in different types of order. Yeah, three interlocking stories, but seven, including a few preludes and the epilogue. But yeah, all this stuff, man, all this stuff interlocked into one huge book, as a pulp comic, pretty much. It's a pulp magazine. Hence the title Pulp Fiction. As a matter of fact, they hit you with the definition of pulp right in the very beginning. You know, the first definition, that's not the one we're looking for, unless you want some orange juice. But the second definition, that is what we're looking for. That's exactly what this is. So yeah, man, I tell you, this is one huge pulp magazine, and yeah, interlocking with three particular tales. And yeah, I tell you, yeah, the one with Marcellus Wallace and Marcellus, the one with Vincent Vega and Marcellus Wallace's wife. You know, and that's kind of like the introduction, but it leads you into the main story. But then you only saw half of it. The other half was with the Bonnie situation. But then, yeah, the second story, the Gold Watch, that is that is the end of the story. After Butch and his girlfriend Fabian, after they ride off on Zed's motorcycle, Zed's chopper. Whose motorcycle is this? The chopper, baby. Whose chopper is this? Zed's. Who's Zed? Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead. So yeah, it's Zed's chopper. So yeah, I tell you, yeah, after they ride off, pretty much ride off into the sunset. After they ride off, that was the end of the movie. That was literally the end of the movie. I mean, yeah, the movie the movie itself may have ended with Vincent and Jules walking out of the diner side by side, looking like a couple of badasses in beach clothes. But that was not the end of the movie. We knew where they were going because we saw it in the first story, Vincent Vega and Marcellus Wallace's wife. We saw it there. You know, they went to see Marcellus at that bar just so they can deliver the case to him. I mean, and the thing about that briefcase, what was in the briefcase? I mean, a lot of people would like to ask this question. What was in the briefcase? Well, let me get to that at the end of this. But I tell you though, yeah. Yeah, they went to the bar to deliver the case to him. You know, Vincent, he had the little confrontation, little encounter with Butch, and then later on we find out that Butch, you know, in his fight, the fight that he was supposed to throw, but he ended up killing his opponent in the ring, even though he didn't know. He didn't know the guy was dead until the hot ass cab driver told him that he was dead. So yeah, you know, the hot ass cab driver, Esmeralda Villalobos. The name is Spanish, but she's Colombian, I think. But yeah, I tell you, yeah. After Butch, he killed his opponent in the ring unknowingly. You know, yeah, he betrayed Marcellus, and he decided to skip town. That's what he and Fabian was doing when on the chopper. So yeah, all of this stuff, and there was a lot of things that happened in between, when Butch was going to get the gold watch, he went back to his apartment. He had to run in with Vince again, only this time he had Vince's Uzi in his hands. As Vince was in the bathroom taking another shit. This guy took a lot of shit in this movie. So yeah, so yeah. After he got out the bathroom, he saw that Butch was standing there with his Uzi in his hand. He had the pop tarts pop up out the toaster. Butch lets out a few shots, took out Vince. So yeah, but not before all of this. Not before Vince had the it's not a date, but after he had the pretty much a dinner date. I mean, let's call it what it is. I mean, it's not a date, but still, he had a dinner date with the boss's wife under the boss's request. So yeah, even though he never met me yet. So yeah, but yeah, I'll tell you though. Yeah, a lot of stuff to cover, man. A lot of stuff to cover. I got a very short amount of time, so I try to squeeze as much in as I can. But yeah, there was a lot of twists, a lot of turns, a lot of shockers in this movie. Yeah, you want to know the shocker? Yeah, when Butch and Marcellus got captured by the pawn shop owner, the pawn shop owner, he called in his accomplice Zed, the guy that was riding the chopper that is named Grace. So yeah, yeah, he had Grace out front, and yeah, I think it was Thursday. So yeah, I think Grace would have been fine. Nobody coming around there. So yeah, they brought out the Gimp, some guy that was stored in the box, some guy dressed in black leather, looking like an S&M, like an S&M slave. I mean, pretty much an S&M slave, and he had a damn choke chain on him. So yeah, brought out the Gimp. He kept an eye on Butch, while they took Marcellus in the back and rammed his ass. So yeah, Butch, he break free, takes out the Gimp, goes look for a weapon. He found a katana blade, even though he could have used a hammer. Nah. He could have used a baseball bat. Nah. Could have used a chainsaw. Nah. He found a katana. So he grabbed that, unsheathed that son of a bitch, and he went back for to get Marcellus. He didn't get Marcellus because they were friends. He didn't get Marcellus because he owed him. He got him. He went to save him because it was just the right thing to do. Butch is not exactly a bad guy. I mean, So yeah, he took out Maynard. Marcellus took out Zed, blasting his So yeah. Marcellus, he made the order. He going to call a couple of hard pipe hitting niggas to go to work on the homes here with a pair of pliers and a blowtorch. So yeah, he told Butch, get out of town. And when you're going, you stay going, or you be going. You don't show your LA privileges still. So yeah, get your ass out of here. So yeah, you let him go, So yeah, he and Fabian, they took Grace, went off, and out the train, and yeah, they was gonna start their own new lives in Tennessee. So yeah, I tell you, man. Yeah, and that was there. That was the real end of the movie. Yeah, a lot of things that went down in this movie. A lot of twists, a lot of turns, a lot of ups, barely no downs. But I gotta tell you something. Out of all the stories, the body situation was my favorite because of the simple fact that, oh man, I shot Marvin in the face. He accidentally shot Marvin in the face. Yeah, Marvin, when you making all this, I don't even have an opinion. You gotta have an opinion. You think that guy came down from heaven that stopped? He accidentally pulled the trigger. Blood all over the back window. Yeah, blood all over them. Blood everywhere. Blood, brain, and skull everywhere. so yeah, so yeah. Jules, he went to visit. He went to see one of his boys in the nearby neighborhood. Yeah, if he wasn't home, he didn't know what the fuck they was gonna do because he ain't got no other partners in 818. So yeah, once his buddy Jimmy picked up the phone, yeah, he let him know that he was over to his place. He need to use the garage for a couple of hours. So yeah, they made a few calls, made a few calls. He called Marcellus. Marcellus, you know, calmed him down. He called in the wolf. The wolf came over real fast. You know, 30 minutes away. He'll be there in 10. He showed up about 9 minutes and 36 seconds. So yeah, he showed up. He rectified the situation. You know, yeah, he's pretty much the cleaner. You know, even though he had them clean up the car. Yeah, he's the one that gave the orders. And he was firing them out, man. He was firing them out. Yeah. Yeah, you need to clean the inside of the car fast, 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 scoop up all that stuff, all that fragments of brain and skull, get out of there, you know. So yeah, once they did the job, they had to take the car to a body shop, dispose of it, along with the body that's in the trunk. So yeah, and then Jules and Vincent, after everything was a okay, they went to the diner, the diner, which is pretty much the prelude and the epilogue of this story. They went to the diner, had breakfast, and then the hold up went down. They rectified the hold up. What Jules did. Vince, he was in the bathroom, took another shit. So yeah, a lot of things went down in this movie, and yeah, everything was a-okay afterwards. This is a hell of a movie to watch, though. One hell of a movie to watch. This is one hell of a story. Yeah, one hell of a story to check out. I mean, especially if you read it in chronological order, it really doesn't sound as exciting as the movie had played it out to be once it was chopped up. But still, once it was chopped up, yeah, you pretty much got what you bargained for. And that was damn good storytelling. Damn good storytelling. That's why Tarantino chopped it up, because having it in chronological order, it didn't exactly give out the same satisfaction as it could have if we saw the two hitmen walk out of the diner. I mean, if we would have saw Butch and Fabian just right out to the sunset, then okay, yeah, but still, it didn't exactly give the same impact as it could have if we saw Jules and Vincent walk out of the diner. So yeah, having it chopping separated in that sense, that was the much more better setup. So yeah, man, this movie, a hell of a movie to watch, hell of a story to watch, damn good storytelling. Yeah, straight up 5 out of 5, man. That's my review, Jack, and I'm sticking to it. Now next week, man, next week, gonna have a nice little chick flick going on. Yeah, another chick flick. Yeah, I've been doing these for quite some time now. Yeah, Anne Hathaway and, Meryl Streep. Yeah, they're gonna have to. Anne Hathaway is working for Meryl Streep pretty much. So yeah, they're gonna have to. We're gonna see what's going on with there. Check out this right here and subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, between time, Jack. Yeah. What was in the briefcase though? Let's get back to that. Yeah, the thing that was in the briefcase. Everybody wants to know. Everybody been speculating all over the internet. What was in that briefcase? Well, the thing that was in the briefcase was when Vincent opened it up when he unlocked the code, 666. He opened it up, and the some bitch lit up inside. The thing that was in the briefcase was